the impact of inflation and debt. This video I want to have a look at the impact of inflation on debt, which can be good for you if there's inflation, but it also does have a little bit of a bad side effect as well. So that's what I want to look at in this video. If you would like to be kept up to date on tax and accounting issues, then please subscribe to the channel. If you press the like button, it helps me in the channel. When you've got inflation, in principle, it should be good to borrow money because you pay back, you borrow the money in good old money and you pay it back in inflated away money. And in theory, if you're buying a house with a mortgage, then your house increases in value with inflation. The debt stays the same, so you've got more equity and it's easier to pay off the debt. All well and good. But there is a catch, and that's really what I want to talk to you about in this video. The problem with inflation is that it comes with very often much higher interest rates, or higher interest rates, maybe much higher interest rates, because one of the ways in which they control inflation is through higher interest rates. And it's only fair, because if interest rates as they are now are much below inflation, and if that continues, the people who have money in the bank just get their money destroyed by inflation. So it just stands to natural justice that if you lend money to somebody and there's a lot of inflation, you should also receive a lot of interest. And this is the problem, is that it creates a cash flow problem. Because if you've borrowed a lot of money, then although that money is being devalued, you have to pay the interest now. And high interest charges can overwhelm your cash flow and therefore make it, although in the long run with inflation you're better off to have debt and increasing asset values, the long run's all very well, but if you haven't got the cash flow to survive until you see the long run, you can lose your assets and have them the banks recall the money if you don't have the cash flow to service your debt. So you need to be so what? So it is possible that we might go through rocky times when you can't make remortgages, you can't, when asset values, although they will rise generally in inflation, it might dip for a time. So you need to be careful to make sure that you can withstand financially higher interest rates. And how do you do that? You make sure that you borrow enough money so you've got cash reserves so that you can withstand temporary cash flow issues. Make sure that you're not overextended, of course. And if you are worried about it, then maybe even reducing the amount of investments you have and the amount of debt. This is a somewhat complicated issue, so if you'd like to talk to us or talk to your financial advisors, then please do, because I think that this is something that's really important, and it could, if inflation persists, which it seems to be doing just now, it could become the big issue. Thanks for watching my video. If you'd like to be kept up to date, then please subscribe to our channel, and if you press the like button, it helps me in the channel. Thank you.